Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In a previous video lecture, we have discussed about the pre-emphasis, de-emphasis circuitry. Then after that, we have seen the comparison between wideband and narrowband FM, and we have also studied the noise triangle. In today's video lecture, let us see the generation of FM. So the FM wave can be generated using the direct or indirect methods. The direct method include the reactance modulators using FET or transistors or the varactor diode, and whereas the indirect method we will discuss in that the Armstrong method. Okay, so let us see first point, that is direct method for the FM generation. So here this, if L or C of a tuned circuit of an oscillator is changed with the amplitude of modulating signal, then FM can be obtained across the tuned circuit as shown in this figure. So this is the tuned circuit, and here the L or C, these are the component of this tank circuit, that is inductor and capacitor. We have to change the L or C of this oscillator in accordance with the amplitude of this modulating signal, then the FM can be obtained across this tuned circuit. So 2 or 3 terminal device is placed across the tuned circuit. The reactance of the device is varied proportional to the modulating signal voltage, and this will vary the frequency of the oscillator to produce the FM. So these devices used are FET, transistors or the varactor diode. So in this way we can directly generate the FM. Then second method is indirect method, which is also called as the Armstrong method of FM generation. So in the direct method of generation of FM, LC oscillators are to be used and the crystal oscillators cannot be used for that. So the LC oscillators are not stable enough for the communications or the broadcast purpose. So thus the direct method cannot be used for the broadcast application. So the alternative method is to use, that is indirect method, which is also called as Armstrong method of FM generation. In this method, what happened? The FM is obtained through the phase modulation and the crystal oscillator can be used. Hence the frequency stability is very high in the second method, that is in indirect method of FM generation. So this method is widely used in practice, and we will see here first the block diagram of the Armstrong method, which can be shown in this figure. So here first question is, how is FM generated using PM? So for that let us consider the general equation of PM wave, that is equal to E of PM is equal to A sine in bracket omega CT plus MP into sine omega MT. So this is the general equation of PM, that is phase modulation. So after that, this let consider E of PM is equal to A sine theta, where we can write the value of theta is equal to omega CT plus MP into sine omega MT. Okay, so the instantaneous angular frequency of the PM wave is defined as omega is equal to d theta by dt. This is the angular frequency, and here we know the value of this theta, that is omega CT plus MP into sine omega MT. So here we want to just take derivative of this given equation, that is omega C plus MP into the derivative of this sine omega MT with respect to dt is MP cos omega MT into omega M. So here Fi is equal to Fc plus MP into Fm cos omega M into T. So this second term in the RHS of the above equation is the frequency deviation, and the maximum deviation is given by del max is equal to Fm into MP. This is Fm into MP. So as this MP is proportional to the modulating voltage, the frequency Fi in the equation number this 5.40 will vary in proportion with the modulating voltage. So the frequency modulation can be obtained using PM. Now let us see how to obtain the PM wave. So to obtain the FM, we need to generate first PM. So consider the result of amplitude modulation as shown in this figure. B. So it shows that the resultant of the sideband, this is the USB, that is upper sideband, and this is the LSB, that is lower sideband, and this is the resultant of these two sidebands. So here using this figure we can say that the resultant of the sideband is always in phase with this unmodulated carrier. Hence there are amplitude variations but no phase variations. So only AM is not useful for the first case. An alternative method to obtain the phase variations is as shown in this figure C. Here an AM wave is added to an unmodulated carrier with a 90-degree phase shift between them. So here this AM wave, and this is the unmodulated carrier, and this is the phi, and there is a 90-degree phase shift between them. So here some form of phase modulation is achieved, that is, with the change in the amplitude of the sideband vector, the angle phi will change. Okay, but unfortunately the phase change is non-linear and it is too complex. So one more alternative was tried, and as shown in this figure D, the carrier of the AM wave which can be shown in this figure C is removed using the balance modulator. We know that balance modulator is used to remove the carrier signal. So using that we can remove the carrier. Then only two sidebands are added to the 90-degree shifted unmodulated carrier, and the addition takes place in the combining network. So the resultant of the sideband is always at 90 degree at quadrature with the unmodulated carrier, which can be shown in this figure D. So now as the modulation index increases, the amplitude of the resultant of sidebands will increase, and this will change the angle phi also. So the resultant at the output of the combining network is phase modulated, and there is a slight amplitude variation in the output of combining network which can be eliminated by using this amplitude limiter. So the phase modulating circuit is shown in this figure. So comparing the phase modulator in figure 5.7.6a, this is the 5.7.6a. So with this block diagram of the Armstrong method which is shown in this 5.7.6a, you will find that by including just one block which is called as audio equalizer. This is audio equalizer. So using this audio equalizer we can get FM from the PM. So let us see how this PM is converted into FM by the use of this audio equalizer. So consider the equations for FM and PM wave. For that, we know that for FM, E of FM is equal to A sin omega ct plus MF sin omega mt, and for PM, E of PM is equal to A sin omega ct plus MP into sin omega mt. So these are the two equations for FM and PM. So if PM is to be converted into FM, then what happened? Here only one change is there, that is MP and FM. So this MP is for the phase modulation and MF is there for the FM modulation. Okay, so here MP is dependent only on the modulating voltage and not on the modulating frequency, and MF is depends on the deviation and the modulating frequency. So therefore this MF increases at low modulating frequencies but MP remains constant. So in order to change MP in similar way like MF, we must have a higher modulating voltage for the lower modulating frequencies and lower modulating voltages for the higher modulating frequencies. So the audio equalizer must be used for that. So the equalizer can be of RC or RL type, and the figure 5.7.6f shows an RC audio equalizer. It is basically an integrator. So here for the low modulating frequencies, Xc will be high, hence the equalizer output will be high, but as the modulating frequency increases, Xc decreases, and so does the output of the audio equalizer. Thus, if audio equalizer is included in the phase modulator circuit, then the output of this phase modulator is FM. So in this way, we can convert FM into the we can convert the phase modulator circuit into the FM. Okay, then let us move towards the Armstrong method. For that, let us refer the figure 5.7.6a. Okay, so the operation of the Armstrong method is, so here basically we have to use the crystal oscillator which generate the carrier at low frequency, typically at 1 megahertz, and this is applied to the combining network and the 90-degree phase shifter. So this is the crystal oscillator which is used to produce the carrier at the low frequency. Then this carrier signal is given to the combining network. This is combining network, and which is also given to this 90-degree phase shifter. Then after that the modulating signal is there which is passed through through this audio equalizer to boost the low modulating frequencies, and for the reason we have already discussed, and the modulating signal is then applied to this balanced modulator. So the balanced modulator produces the two sidebands such that their resultant is 90-degree phase shifted with respect to the unmodulated carrier. Okay, then after that the unmodulated carrier and 90-degree shifted sidebands are added in this combining network. Okay, so here in combining network there are unmodulated carrier and 90-degree phase shifted sidebands are added. Then as discussed earlier, at the output of this combining network we get FM wave, and this FM wave has a low carrier frequency, that is Fc, and the low value of the modulation index, that is MF. So after that the carrier frequency and the modulation index are then raised by passing the FM wave through the first group of multiplier. There are different group of multipliers. So the carrier frequency is then raised by using the mixer, and then the Fc and MF both are raised to required high values using the second group of multipliers. Here the first group of multipliers, and here again there are second group of multipliers. Then the effect of multiplication and mixing is done. So the FM signal with high Fc, that is high carrier frequency, and high MF is then passed through this class C power amplifier which is used to raise the power level of the FM signal. Okay, so in this way we can generate the FM using. So this is all about our today's session. I hope you will like and enjoy. अगर आपके कुछ डाउट या सजेशंस होते हैं तो आप हमें नीचे कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख सकते हैं. So we will stop here with motivational quote. Today's motivational quote for you is, don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. Thank you for watching my videos. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.